so good to be back here in South Carolina, home of the Gamecocks.
The iron Keyshawn soars in from the weak side, however, and flushes that done.
There it is.
Driven hard. The Gamecocks will take the series against their rival.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another season of Gamecock Insider. I'm your host, Derek Scott, at Colonial Life Arena, where we have seen No Loss November take place. The Gamecock men's and women's basketball teams both perfect through the first month of the season. As we get this season started, we're so happy to have you joining us. Of course, on this program, we cover Gamecock athletics through the winter sports and spring sports seasons, and we are just getting started here today. And boy, what a lot of fun it has been so far, as we mentioned, in the month of November for the two hoops teams. In fact, as their seasons got started, there was lots of reason for hype, and our production crew was able to put some videos together to get you in the basketball spirit.
With a school record 36th win, and they are back in the Final Four.
Expect the unexpected. That is kind of my mantra for our team. This year, the challenge is to get those players to really believe in themselves. The cupboards aren't bare. We're very, very talented. I think when it's all said and done, our players are going to rise to the challenge.
If you love something, you pour into it. You fight for it. You sacrifice for it. If you love something, no one can challenge it.
I approach it the same way. Whether we're 1, 10, 12, not ranked, I approach it the same way.
Yeah, one of the toughest things in winning a championship is really understanding what it takes.
They have terrific returners. They've got a great recruiting class, but South Carolina with the chip on their shoulder is dangerous.
In a position where we're not the hunted, we're hunting, and that's not a bad place to be.
It's so good to be here in South Carolina. I love this place. I love it. Great fashion.
It is a party in Columbia, baby.
Gamecocks are in the Final Four.
I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be the coach of this institution and to be the face of this program. And I can't say that enough and how excited I am about that.
This could be something special.
Dozier, yes!
We have this mentality that we have to earn everything.
I commit a lot of effort to any student athlete that decides to come here and play for me. My commitment is unrivaled to them.
Well, that ought to get you in the spirit, the holiday spirit, no, the hoop spirit. Gamecock men's and women's basketball hype videos. You will see those on the video board at Colonial Life Arena prior to home games to get you ready to go. And boy, we've seen some great crowds already this season. Time for our first edition of the Prisma Health Injury Report. On the women's basketball side, some good news. Tessa Johnson, freshman, missed the first or the most recent 3 games for the Gamecocks, but she just came back from an ankle injury. She was on the court against North Carolina in the Gamecocks win on Thursday evening against the Tar Heels. Meanwhile, on the men's basketball side, also freshman, This was not an injury, it's a sickness. Mononucleosis was the issue for Colin Murray Boyles, but he has been cleared to practice and he is back in the rotation, so to speak, and is expected to see his first game action very, very soon. That is the injury update. It's brought to you as always by the official team physicians of the Gamecocks, that is Prisma Health. We'll be back with more of the Gamecock Insider in just a moment from Learfield.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Liberty Tap Room. Liberty Tap Room is the home for the Columbia Craft Call-In Show with Gamecock men's and women's basketball. Meet us at Liberty at 6 p.m. on Thursdays during the season for Carolina calls. Liberty Tap Room and Grill, Cocky's favorite place to eat in the Vista.
Hey Gamecock fans, I'm Coach Lamont Paris. The best teams are the ones that are always willing to do more. More in the weight room, more in the classroom, more for each other. And it's important for our team doctors to have the same mindset. With access to more locations, more specially trained experts, and more personalized care, Prisma Health is doing even more to care for our team and our fans. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
And it's another big night for the Gamecocks here in Colonial Life Arena.
Throughout my life, my friends and my family have supported me through the championships and the challenges. That's why it's so important for me to lift people up, to help them overcome the obstacles in their way. Colonial Life benefits keep you prepared for life's unexpected moments, empowering people to achieve goals they thought weren't possible. That's what really matters. Colonial Life, keep unexpecting.
Good morning, America. Today, thousands of our teammates will make and deliver over 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally, in towns large and small. From the heartland to the coast, our products are moving and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose. We love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP experience this baseball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's game day guest. Winners will get a special invitation to a game, an autographed baseball and ball cap, 2 premium tickets, a trip to the radio booth, and more. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's game day guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Welcome back, everybody. The Gamecock women's basketball team had quite the kickoff to the 2023-24 season. We've all seen some pretty neat places to go for early season tournament action. Most of those are tropical. Well, Carolina did something even bigger. No surprise there with Coach Staley and the Gamecock program that they would find a way to go to one of the all-time iconic cities, Paris, France. And our crew was there with them to experience it all.
Hey y'all, we're on our way to Paris right now. First off is ATL, and then we go to Paris. But come on this wonderful journey with the Gamecocks.
Man, we in Paris and I made it here. The Eiffel Tower.
For the very first time in Paris, we have NCAA basketball. A trip to Paris and a dominant win over Notre Dame. Who could ask for more
for Dawn Staley and her squad. What a way to break the ice on the season. Speaking of basketball, it's time for our first Terminix Pest Player of the Week, and that honor is going to Meechie Johnson from the Gamecock men's basketball program. He had a career-high 29 points in the Gamecocks win over, ironically, Notre Dame the other night at Colonial Life Arena. Meechie off to a great start in his second season in the Gamecock program, leading the team in scoring, and they don't get the win over the Fighting Irish without Meechie having the huge contest that he had at the CLA. We're coming back with more of the Gamecock Insider in just a moment from Learfield.
Toyota-thon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota. Like Camry Hybrid, RAV4, Tundra, and more.
How did you...
Magic.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $339 a month for 24 months plus $500 holiday bonus cash. That's just $339 a month on the Toyota RAV4.
Come in today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
What does farm to table mean to you? Fresher, tastier food? Sitting down with family and friends at local restaurants? Sure, but thanks to South Carolina farmers and chefs, you can enjoy farm to table anywhere. That's because when you buy certified SC, you're supporting South Carolina farmers and getting locally grown food that's perfect for whatever table. So choose local, choose fresh. It's a matter of taste.
I was perfectly happy where I was. I just coached one of the biggest games of my life. Then, just 3 days later, I was moving to South Carolina. That was unexpected. But that's how life works. Colonial Life's benefits keep you prepared for life's unexpected moments, empowering people to achieve their goals and keep moving forward. Colonial Life, keep unexpecting.
Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP experience this baseball season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be Cocky's game day guest. Winners will get a special invitation to a game, an autographed baseball and ball cap, 2 premium tickets, a trip to the radio booth, and more. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Cocky's Game Day Guest is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, here for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Good hard work has earned Louise Rydquist the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the women's golf team, Louise is a management major with a 4.0 grade point average. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
From Fulwiley. 15 for a double. Wow, Fulwiley! My goodness! A show-stopping highlight!
That's your Sansbury. Did you see that play? Malaysia Fulwiley. What an unbelievable play at the rim. And of course, it didn't just get our attention. It got the attention of Kevin Durant, Magic Johnson, and so many others who were tweeting about it, posting it on social media. What a start to the career of the Colombian native. Gamecock men's basketball had a recent trip out west. The Arizona Classic was the tournament that they were playing in, and they went head-to-head in the championship of that event against a local team, Grand Canyon University, the Lopes, who have made the NCAA tournament 2 of the last 3 years and are the preseason favorite in the Western Athletic Conference once again this year. Didn't feel like a neutral court as the Lopes had their pep band and their student section there. Gamecocks weren't fazed by it at all, though. They put together a complete performance to claim the trophy and the championship belt. Let's take a look at some highlights.
All right, the hay's already in the barn, right? All the work's already been done. There's nothing else to do but go out and play. That's it. That's the fun part. That's the easy part of it, okay? We've done all the work. We've prepared the way we need to. Put ourselves in a great position. Let's go out and claim what we came here for. It's a business trip. Let's go get it done. Here we go.
Full force in Glendale as we get set for the championship game of the inaugural Arizona tip-off. It's the 3-0 Grand Canyon Lopes taking on the 4-0 South Carolina Gamecocks.
This is everything we work for. Hill, tramp, all that. Go back to Superior 5-0, man. Let's do it.
Carolina is 4-0 for the first time since 2016-2017, which, by the way, partner, was the year they made the Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona. Away we go from Desert Diamond Arena.
Speed to Mack. He's going to try a three from the left wing, and it's good. The big man, Newton Brennan, couldn't get out to him. He'll drive to the lane, kick in the corner to Stephen Clark, who will try a three, and that's 3 in a row for South Carolina.
Level sacrifice. Davis kicks. Jacoby right off the bounce. Mid-range is true. Inside 10 seconds. Gray sets the screen. Johnson surveys. Mid-range is true. How about a crowd silencer there?
Inbounds to Gray. Gets it back. Feeds to Davis. 3 right side. Yes! There is Zach Davis stepping up.
Outside Clark. Got to go with 4. Inside to Mack. In the lane, up and in. Did he get it off? He did. They'll review. Johnson backing up. Shot clock to 10. Inside 50 seconds. Jacoby right to the bucket again. 2 big buckets down the stretch. Lead back to 5 for the Gamecock. Wright will dribble it out. And South Carolina crashes the party in the desert. They take down Grand Canyon 75-68. And they are the inaugural Arizona tip-off champions.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Gamecock fans. I'm Coach Dawn Staley. The best teams are the ones that are always willing to do more. More in the weight room, more in the classroom, more for each other. And it's important for our team doctors to have the same mindset, with access to more locations, more specially trained experts, and more personalized care. Prisma Health is doing even more to care for our team and our fans. Prisma Health, official healthcare system and team physicians for the Gamecocks.
What is a team? A team is a group of individuals working together to accomplish a shared goal. A team is a collaborative partnership. Teams trust each other, strive for greatness together. A team creates something unique, builds something better together. This team is diverse, different positions that make us whole. Officer, nurse, electrician, counselor. This team is making a difference. Together, this team is making corrections.
Hey Gamecock fans, I'm here to ask you for your support of the Garnet Trust, the official NIL partner of Gamecock Athletics. NIL opportunities are an important part of the student-athlete experience at the University of South Carolina and across the country. Join us as we continue to compete at the highest level of college basketball. Visit garnettrust.com today to join the growing community of members ensuring our athletes are set for their future.
Good morning, America. Today, thousands of our teammates will make and deliver over 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally, in towns large and small. From the heartland to the coast, our products are moving and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose. We love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
We are back on the Gamecock Insider. We're at Colonial Life Arena, which is no better place to set up our next segment. That is an interview that was done recently on Gamecocks Plus with head coach Lamont Paris, who's now in his 2nd season and has people buzzing in this community about Gamecock men's basketball once again. Our crew had a chance to sit down and talk with him. It's a long-form interview that you can find in its entirety at Gamecocks Plus, so we encourage you to subscribe and do that. But on this particular segment we're going to share with you, we had him break down this year's team and talk a little more about what makes this group special. Let's take a look.
I think we took a lot from last year, and we've built upon that this year, and I really like the group that we have, and I thought we had a really successful recruiting season, both in the portal as well as some of the young guys that we brought in. Really happy with all that.
So you go wire to wire, beat Kentucky last year. There are plenty of things that you mentioned that you could build off of from last year. Then you had you hit the portal hard, right? You went from one of the least experienced teams probably in the SEC, or maybe the least, I assume, to then now you've got a lot of playing time on your roster. Tell me how that can make a huge difference.
There are so many ways that shows up, experience. I mean, from everything from what practice looks like every single day to how they handle what I say as the coach when it's going to be foreign to them. Most of the new guys, there'll be a bunch of new guys. So just having older guys, they've been around, to how they handle travel for a road game, to a couple guys that have played at this level, to one guy that's played in this league already, and then all the guys that we have played in this league, to late game situations, to just being comfortable, to a bad call from the ref, to something that your mother or father said that you didn't like, to anything, a bad grade. There's just older guys just tend to do that better. And so while I still value young talent, there's no question, I think you have to have a combination of it, but I think you're going to be hard-pressed to have long-term success if your team's always young. And so number one thing for us, again, within the framework of building the culture the way we wanted to, was number one, we wanted to get older, and mission accomplished on that. These guys were just happened to have been born earlier, and they just tend to handle things better because of that. But we added some good young talent as well. And so priority number two for me was to improve our overall skill. Just a number of people that, in terms of passing, shooting, and making decisions on the basketball court.
All right, so aside from experience, what do you like about this roster?
One, I think just their interaction with each other. I really like the fact that they enjoy being around each other. Practice ends, and typically we got another 6 or 7 guys that just hang out in there. And a couple of them will be doing actual work. A couple will be clowning around, and then there'll be 3 or 4 of them just watching the other guys do their thing and just hanging out. So I really like this group that way. I like our skill. I like our ability. I like the number of people that we can put in a game and expect them to do what we practice. I like the number of people that can go in the game and make a shot. A lot of things about this team I like, aside from just being older. I just think we're a more skilled team. But the biggest thing is we went on a trip to the Bahamas. Every 4 years you can do that, and we played 2 games down there. And so just to watch these guys around each other and interact with each other I've had a few where you know it's real. And this is that. And it's difficult because it happened pretty quickly, and you have so many guys from so many places. I mean, we got guys from everywhere. I think that actually contributed to the fact that we got 3 or 4 international guys. We got guys from Ohio, guys from Washington, D.C., guys from South Carolina, obviously. So regional guys, international guys, and then guys from further away in the country. But I think that's probably my favorite thing about this group, is just the way that they interact with one another.
What do you think this team's identity can be, or what do you want it to be?
I think this team, here's what I want it to be, and I think we can get there, is that this is a team that's intelligent. This is a team that's skilled. This is a team that's disciplined. And I think that those things play well for us if we can get ourselves to do those things. Be intelligent. We move the ball. We don't have selfish guys. I don't have to work at that. I'm blessed. These guys are not selfish guys by nature. And so we rarely talk about shot selection and someone going down there and deciding that it's their turn to take a shot. But I think people can say that about us. Well, how'd they get it done? Because they weren't afraid to be physical. They were smart. They didn't shoot themselves in the foot, and they had good skill. They had multiple guys that at any particular time could make a shot. It could make a pass that leads to a shot at any particular time. And then all those other things I said, the toughness, the discipline, all that, it shows itself on the defensive end. So I think those can be the calling cards of this program. But unselfish, ball movement, I think those are going to be things that you see. And then, there'll be some days where we can spray threes. And, some games we won't. We'll be able to have to go around the basket. I think we're more suited to do that than we have been last year, without question. But I think when we're really cooking, when you really look at it, and if a team's calling a timeout, it's going to be because we probably splashed some threes from, a variety of different positions. If this team and the starting point that we're at right now can grow the same amount that last year's team grew, it'll be an outstanding success.
When the South Carolina women's basketball team makes 3 3-pointers in a game, you'll score a free 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tender the next day at Hardee's. Simply download the Gamecocks app, show the Hardee's cashier the app offer, and enjoy hand-breaded tender deliciousness. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer brought to you by your friends at Hardee's. Participating Columbia and Spartanburg area restaurants only. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Let me educate you real quick. The lottery is not about getting rich. No, the lottery is about helping people, and it always has been. It was the lottery that helped raise the Great Wall of China. Lotteries maintain the roads of ancient Rome and helped to usher in Western civilization as we know it. The lottery forged a foundation in this country and then helped fund a revolution against tyranny that built on that foundation. And today, in South Carolina, the revolution continues. But we're not building walls or roads or bridges. We're investing in you. Every year, the South Carolina Education Lottery raises millions of dollars to help build an educated, well-equipped, and prepared people. And if you want to get in on the action, there's no better partner. After all, education is our middle name.
For over 40 years, Sound & Images has been South Carolina's corporate multimedia partner for live events. Sound & Images is also your resource for commercial audiovisual installations. Help your teams collaborate more efficiently with a custom-crafted AV solution from Sound & Images. Whether you want a single monitor upgrade or a turnkey AV system, we are dedicated to helping you incorporate easy-to-use technology into your space. And we offer the best-in-class support and service. Elevate your AV. Call Sound & Images today.
What does farm to table mean to you? Fresher, tastier food? Sitting down with family and friends at local restaurants? Sure, but thanks to South Carolina farmers and chefs, you can enjoy farm to table anywhere. That's because when you buy certified SC, you're supporting South Carolina farmers and getting locally grown food that's perfect for whatever table. So choose local, choose fresh. It's a matter of taste.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Prisma Health, the official healthcare provider of the Gamecocks, and by Liberty Tap Room. Liberty Tap Room is the home for the Columbia Craft Call-In Show with Gamecock men's and women's basketball. Meet us at Liberty at 6 p.m. on Thursdays during the season for Carolina calls. Liberty Tap Room and Grill, Cocky's favorite place to eat in the Vista.
We're back to wrap things up on this week's edition of the Gamecock Insider. That means it is time for our On the Road segment, brought to you by our friends at Toyota. Gamecock men's basketball has an all-road week ahead of them. The first one, a very familiar trip. We are headed to Little John Coliseum Wednesday for a battle with the also undefeated Clemson Tigers. Should be a lot of fun and a lot of intensity, of course, when those two rivals get together in any sport. Gamecocks had the dramatic win at the buzzer last year. Lamont Paris will try and go to 2-0 against the Tigers. Then on Saturday, we are headed to Greenville, North Carolina. We'll take on the East Carolina squad, the Pirates that knocked off the Gamecocks in a neutral site battle last year, so a chance for some revenge in a game that will tip off at noon. And that is On the Road, and it is brought to you, as always, by our friends at Toyota. Let's go places. That'll wrap things up for us on this week's edition, the inaugural edition this season of Gamecock Insider. Thanks for being a part of it. My name's Derek Scott. We'll see you again next week.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.